This is my final task. I couldn't memorize my speech, so I'm gonna read. First, I must say that this quarantine has stolen my life, or said in other words, has given me a new way of life. My routine used to be very different. I went out to work, my daughter went to study, and we would meet at noon to have lunch, do chores, tidy up the house, and get everything ready for the next day. My daughter and I used to talk about what we had done in the day. My working hours were within my working day, and I rarely had to have an additional time to work. I used to go to the store when I needed something, or I would go for a walk with my daughter to the park in the afternoons. Suddenly things changed. This situation about COVID 19 has taken a 360-degree turn in my life. Now I wake up at 8 a.m. and pray, let my pets out, and go to the bathroom, wash my face, my teeth, make the breakfast, wash the dishes, and organize my home. All the days, sweep, usually mop, and something very important on my daily routine currently is to call my mom every day, 3 times a day. I miss her so much. And after that, I do exercise or the Chikung rocket, some meditation, but not all the days. I just do meditation when I'm a little anxious or depressed. And I do the laundry. And when I realize immediately it's time to cook the lunch, so I take a shower and go back to the kitchen. While I'm preparing lunch, I have to hang the clothes that I have washed. Um, it's very normal in my daily routine to be responding WhatsApp message or emails from work or parents of students in the middle of my daily activities. This is very stressful, but now my work is totally virtually, so I have to do the things when is required. All the time at home is divided between the things that I have to do and the ideas, the games, the hugs, the kisses, and the tantrums of my daughter. And I have forgotten between her homeworks too. I have lunch watching Netflix with her. After have lunch, I take a break, and at this time of the day, I feel very tired, but at the same time, I feel that I haven't do anything and that it's so frustrating. Again, I take a deep breath and get out of my bed. I do the dishes and sit down to design the children's work guides, do homeworks with my daughter, fill out the forms of my work, and at the nightfall, I prepare dinner. I have dinner with my daughter, watching some television program. Then I start my study time. In general, all the activities that I do, I make it listening to music when I can because sometimes I have to listen to the music that my daughter likes. So we take turns to select the playlist, and all these time things happen only when I have a very productive day because, to be honest, there are some days when I just limit myself to cook and watch TV. There are very difficult days being in quarantine. I would have wanted to write something else, but everything is the same. Um, I try to keep in touch with my friends through the social networks, but there are whole weeks in which I do not write to them and I see that they do not write to me. either, and it's so sad. I have become a devourer of Korean series. I listen to relaxing music, Tibetan waltz, and Celtic music to relax. I only go out when it's necessary, and I'm afraid to get used to being like this. Some nights I go to bed terrified with this situation, believing that I won't be able to see my family again. But in the other hand, I have learned how to live with myself. I have knew my weakness and how strong I am. I have learned to love too much better my daughter, and it's amazing how this big problem has made us remember how important it's the time and the emotional stability. How important it is to take advantage of every moment with your family and your close ones. It doesn't mean that I like to be locked up, but if we do not rescue the positive of each situation, what else can we do? Thank you.